Well, hello and welcome to Absolutely Positively. And I am your host, Deni Kay. I'm so happy you're here today. We have had so many wonderful times together. And I'm just happy that you're coming back and watching the episodes because it's my pleasure to give them to you. And so, as you may or may not know, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you this space and form was designed especially for you to give you some inspiration, encouragement, and motivation, the IEM, as we call it. And this is a place designed for you with the IEM, but to usher you to your greatness. You are uniquely and wonderfully made, and we want to remind you of that. So, this space is created so you can do that. Hopefully, something will be said, something will resonate or trigger something for you to greatness. And then our mission will be complete. If you've been flowing with me on Absolutely Positively, you know that the bulk of this episode is the motivational quote of the day. And so I reach into my little bag of tricks and pull out something for you that hopefully will do that and push you in place. And as you can see, today, this has been designed especially for you. You know, if you've been watching and subscribing to Mute Mogul Media Group, you know that it has something to do with the quote. And the music today, I gave you a little hint of who the quote will be by today. None other than the wonderful and famous and gifted thought-provoking artist, Bob Marley. So let's jump into it. Let's get started. So, a quote from Mr. Bob Marley. Oh, wait a minute. Everything is going to be all right. That's not the quote, but Bob Marley says that some people feel the rain, others just get wet. Some people feel the rain and others just get wet. Woo! There's so many things I could say with that, and I will. But what a perfect example of this rain coming down and reminding us, number one, that it's very refreshing and cleansing. Number two, water is a necessity. Water is a necessity, something that we need in order to function. You know, you can't go too many days without water. I don't want to mess up the quote and the scientific part of it, but you can't go too long without water. So we know that it's a necessity. But I feel that he is saying just that. It's how we look at things. It's how we attach to things helps us understand about this thing we call life. So I've shared before about sitting in the puddle and being wet, I believe. But to me, this quote really resonates because how often have you taken some time to just allow the raindrops to literally wash over you? To just stand in the rain for some inspiration, to stand in the rain for some peace, to and in the rain to calm down. Instead of looking at it as an incident of I'm wet, my hair is wet, my shoes are wet, everything is ruined, but changing your perspective, changing your outcome, changing the event in such a way that you come away from it with better than how you went into it, right? Bob Marley, so many things can be said about Bob Marley just in general. There's a lot of people that could say and challenge that, the things he did not really uh, mean anything because of the lifestyle that he lived. But he was, look him up. He's a pretty dope person. I know that was not a pun. But he really was, in my opinion, a very thought-provoking person. And this quote resonated with me, and I wanted to share it for you because, of course, a story that I have. So if you've been following me, if you've been rocking with me on Absolutely Positively, you know that I'm just not going to teach you things. I'm not going to remind you or tell you about these quotes and not align it to something. So how to proceed further. I'm going to share a story with you that connects with me because that's what quotes do. Quotes inspire me to think about a time that has happened or think about a time of something that could happen. So the quote reminds me about a time when I was in the rain and I got wet. But as I was moving from A to B, going from place to place, I decided to just kind of stand in the rain. I had a lot of things on my mind. I was a bit emotional, really, at the time. A little emotional, things on my mind. I wouldn't say that I was heated or angry, but just kind of emotional. Something had happened, probably with a boy. Who knows? I can't remember that part. But this has been years ago, years and years ago when I was younger. But I stood in the rain and it started out, it was very kind of like it is back here, just nice little droplets. And then it became a downpour. And of course, I had to go in because there was a little bit too much rain. And it hit the rest of that quote, which is just get wet. But as I was in the rain and allowing God's cleansing to happen, that's what happened. I felt cleansed. I felt renewed. I felt I got the answer that I needed, and it really changed my disposition. I didn't really worry about a thing. And I knew everything was going to be all right, just like Bob is saying in this song. So I encourage you to find you some rain. Find you, and maybe it doesn't have to be rain. Well, yeah, maybe it doesn't have to be rain. But find some water to cleanse yourself, to prepare yourself of where your greatness is taking you. Because we all have that within us, and the day-to-day life will hold us back some days, or we forget. Job, kids, extracurricular activities, spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, family. And it will take away moments, precious moments from us because we get stuck in the loop of things. And experiencing life is what it's all about. All those things I just mentioned, they're good and they're supposed to happen. But sometimes we allow it to take away some of those precious moments that we need for ourselves. And so Bob is telling us that to take some time in the rain, or at least that's what I feel. Take some time in the rain and feel it for what it is meant to be, whether it's cleansing, whether it's to cool you off, whether it's to come up with an idea, something. But the part of that that really resonates with me is that first you got to allow it. First, you have to open yourself up to that thought that this rain that would normally be something that I would scurry into the house about or scurry into my car about or be a little upset because it's ruined something. I have to be open enough to receive what is coming. I also believe that God communicates to us through mediums like this: rain, sunshine, breeze, the wind. I really truly believe that God will communicate with nature. He made it. So why wouldn't he communicate with them? Especially if you're not listening. And for me, it is nature, baby. I really enjoy nature and all that it has to bring. So back to our quote. Allow a little rain. Feel a little rain today, folks. Feel a little rain. And know that even if you don't feel it when it comes about, even if it is something that you're saying, okay, no, I can't do that, Denny. I can't do that, Denny. I don't want to get wet. Start out with the intention and the open mindedness to allow something to change you and you feel it. We talked about feeling it, which to me is processing it, which is to me understanding the meaning behind it. So that's my charge for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed today's episode because I have. I am rocking with Bob Marley and his wonderful quote today. And I love the rain. I could go playing it all day. But I hope that today's episode has inspired you to greatness, that you know that wherever you go, whatever you do, you are bound for greatness, that everything you say makes a difference. Absolutely, positively. And so until next time, please subscribe, follow Mute Mogul Media, and we will see you on the next episode. Absolutely positively. That's our hashtag. Take care, guys. Have a good one.